Hello and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Go Be Great with Coach Karena. If you're new here, I am Coach Karena. I am your prophetic life and business strategist, as well as your host here on the show. And today we're diving into a topic that I know a lot of you have been struggling with, and that is how to build a personal brand that gets noticed, right? It gets noticed, especially when you feel like you're just blending in with everyone else. Does this sound familiar? It does, right? Well, whether you are a content creator, you are an influencer, or an entrepreneur, standing out online is tougher than ever right now. We're in an age where everything is digital, everything is technology driven. So it's tougher than ever. But guess what? It is possible to build your personal brand that actually grabs attention, attracts your audience, and then grows your business all without burning out. So, in today's episode, I'm going to share really some actionable steps that you can take right now to stand out in your niche, build your personal brand, the one that feels authentic to you, and then get the visibility that you absolutely 100% deserve, because you're here to make impact, right? You've got to connect with the people who need you. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to stop feeling invisible and start showing up as the boss that you're meant to be. And the reason why I kind of pause there for a second is because every time I say that, every time I think about that, it takes me back to when I was so frustrated and discouraged because I felt like I was screaming from the mountaintops, but no one was hearing me. I felt unseen, I felt unheard, and it was extremely frustrating. So that's why we're here, though. So, in today's episode, we're going to do that. We're going to talk about this. Now, before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and I want you to drop a comment below telling me what's been holding you back from showing up confidently in your brand. So, if you're ready to dive in, let's go. Quick question. Are you tired of feeling invisible? I know when I was at that point, I was more than tired. I was beyond tired, because at the end of the day, it's exhausting to put out content and still feel like no one is noticing you, right? So if you've been struggling to figure out how to stand out, trust me, you're not by yourself. That it's not something that you're necessarily doing wrong. You just need a new strategy. So whether you're posting every day or you're creating amazing content, but not getting the engagement that you want, this is exactly where lots of people get stuck. So, how do you break free from the noise and make your brand impossible to ignore? Let's talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about, right? So, one of the first steps that you want to do to standing out in a crowd, just in a crowded space, crowded whatever, is defining your personal brand. And I say this a lot. You're going to hear this a lot on this channel. I say this a lot. You have to begin to define your personal brand. What do you want to be known for? That's one of the main things. What do you want to be known for? And I'm not just talking about what you sell, I'm talking about your story, your values, your mission. Your personal brand is an emotional connection that you create with your audience, not just the products and services that you offer, right? So let's do a quick exercise. Think about what makes you different from the thousands of other content creators or entrepreneurs in your niche. What makes your journey, what makes your story, what makes your perspective uniquely yours? When you know the answers to these questions, then you have a clear starting point for standing out. So for myself, mine was and has been, I'm an introvert, but I know the assignment that has been placed on my life. I know the impact that I am required to make. And so I know I have to move past certain things. And so being out front was never my thing, but I know I have to be out front. right? So with that being said, you're probably thinking some of the things that I was thinking. I'm not unique enough. I know I thought that. I'm not unique enough. Or there are already so many other people doing what I'm doing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody has your story. Yes, there are tons of people who help with visibility, social media, automation, systems, all of those things. There's tons of people who do all of that, but no one has your story. So if you're trying to emulate what everyone else is doing, you're never, ever, ever, never, 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 ever, ever, did I say never? Never going to stand out. Authenticity is the key to building a brand that not only stands out, but also attracts the right people. So I'm going to share more about this in just a minute. So how do you find your authentic voice is probably what you're thinking right now. How do you find your authentic voice? So let's get into that. Authenticity is really, I want to say, authenticity is the amazing ingredient in standing out. If you want people to connect with your brand, you have to show up as yourself, not the perfect version, okay? Not that person, or or you can't show up as someone that you think others want to see, right? I cannot show up as who I think people want me to be. I can't show up as a perfect Karena. I cannot do that. I have to show up as myself. I am who I am. And so this is where lots of people go wrong. They hide behind filters, they hide behind scripts, and what they think other people expect from them. But guess what? Your audience wants the real you. They want to know you. So start showing up with vulnerability and realness. Share your struggles. Share your wins. Share the lessons that you've learned throughout whatever the time period is. People connect with people. People don't connect with brands and personas. They connect with people. So when you start embracing your authenticity, your audience will start to see you as relatable, trustworthy, and unique. So that's how you build a brand that really begins to resonate, right? It resonates. It truly, truly resonates. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, but coach, I'm not confident enough to show up as my true self. I get it. I hear it a lot. I hear it frequently, and I understand. Or you might be saying something like, "What if people judge me? Or what if people think I'm not good enough?" Listen, I have thought all of those things. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I get it. The fear of judgment and imposter syndrome can hold us back from being our authentic selves every single time if we allow it. But here's the reality. The longer you hide behind fear, the longer it will take for you to build the brand that you absolutely want and make the impact that you need and reach the people who need you. So, what's the solution? How do you overcome this fear and start showing up confidently? I'm so glad you asked. The key to building confidence in your personal brand is starting small and showing up consistently. Consistently. Start by doing something that feels manageable. It could be something as simple as a IG story, a TikTok story, a Facebook story, a thread. It could be anything. Post a reel, um, post a unpolished video. Listen, I tell my crew all the time, we're not doing a whole bunch of over editing because people are going to get the real. People are going to get the real. You don't need to be perfect, especially not right away, but you do need to be consistent. Over time, your confidence is going to grow and you're going to find your voice. I know my voice is impactful and I know what I have to bring is impactful So, yes, I might do some editing here and there, but baby, it is not going to be over edited by no stretch of the imagination, because I know what I bring to the table. So understand that consistency is what turns a content creator into a personal brand. The more you show up, the more comfortable you're going to feel, and the more your audience will begin to connect with you. All right. So now that you know the foundation of your brand and how to show up authentically, I want you to now think about, well, let's say this. Let's talk now about creating content that actually attracts. You could be posting every day, but if your content isn't speaking to the right audience, it's not going to matter. So how do you create content that not only engages but actually converts? Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Start by knowing your audience. Who are you talking to? What problems do they have? What do they care about? Once you know your audience, you can create content that speaks directly to their needs. Storytelling is one of the most powerful ways to connect with people. Share your journey, share your challenges, share your solutions. And remember, not every post has to be business driven. Share personal stories, behind the scenes. You can do glimpses. You can content that shows your real life. You can do this. You can do this. When people feel connected to you, they want to follow your journey and engage with your content. Now, I want to say this. If you're feeling stuck or unsure about how to start, I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to worry. I've got your back. And so do quite a few other folks. I am so excited to say. But this is exactly why, if you're feeling stuck, this is exactly why I created the Elevate Global Society membership. Inside, we have tools, we have resources, we have support, amazing support. Oh my goodness. I sometimes I tear up thinking about the support that's in there, but there's so much support in there to build your personal brand. And this is all to help you get noticed without the overwhelm. So I'll help you build your content strategy, grow your confidence, and really create an authentic brand that attracts your ideal clients. So if you're ready to step up your game, click the link in the description to join us. Join us today. The doors are open to our newly launched membership. So as we are winding down, I want to recap. To stand out in your niche and build a personal brand that gets you noticed, you need to define your brand. You need to embrace authenticity. You need to show up consistently, and you need to create content that speaks to your audience. Building a brand isn't about being perfect. I have to say it again. It's about being real, it's about being consistent. It's about being confident. So if you're ready to build a brand that attracts attention and grows your business, the business that you really desperately want to see, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I want you to share this video with a friend. Comment below the biggest takeaway that you've gotten from today's episode. And I just want to thank you again for coming through, watching, sitting with us for a while. This is a place, a safe space for you to come and learn and grow and be and do all of the things that you desire at the end of the day, right? This is that place. So again, I am Karena Calhoun. I am your prophetic life and business strategist. I am the host here at the Go Be Great with Coach Karena podcast, and I'm super thrilled that you've joined us. I'm super thrilled that you are here. Again, remember, join our membership. Listen, you're not gonna regret it. We've got tons of resources in there, tons of support, and I will see you all on the flip side.